So I'm here with Amy, and we are standing actually in one of her properties, and she's going to give us a bit of a run through of how this exactly works. So the first question I have about this specific property is, can you tell me a little bit about this property?
Yeah, I actually live in this property with my family, and we have cut the back half of our house from a 4x2 into two 3x1s. So we have the back section of our house is private, and we rent that section out, and it floats our mortgage.
Okay. Before setting this property up, what were you hoping to achieve? Like, what is the reason that you did this?
When we set it up, we weren't sure if we were going to Airbnb or long-term rent. And being our family, we didn't want a whole bunch of strange people that we couldn't meet coming and going like an Airbnb would be. So we decided it would be safest for us to long-term and give us a chance to actually screen people and decide who we want living in the back of our house.
So it's more of the stability around longer term tenants rather than Airbnb with the constant turnovers and the changing and the cleaning and everything like that.
Yeah, just keeps it simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
And okay, cool. And so in terms of the cash flow at the moment, you're just doing a refill at the moment. So you have tenants moving in tomorrow, is that right?
Yeah, we had 3 people, a couple and a friend previously living in the space, and we now have a couple coming in on their own.
And so collectively the cash flow with who's just moved out, that was at $700 a week?
Yeah, $700 a week, and the new one's going to be $650, just because the bills are going to be less. So we factored that in for 2 people instead of 3.
Okay, cool. So what has surprised you the most about running a co-living property?
I guess our situation is a little different because we actually live in the property as well. So what's been pretty surprising is that we haven't actually thought a whole lot about it, even though they're living in the back. We see their car pull up and we know that they're there, but it's not been too much of a headache or worry because rent comes in and the bill's included, so it's not complicated.
Okay, cool. And so how much time do you think you spend managing this setup at the moment, either per day, per week, month?
We don't really put many hours into it. When they first moved in, they had a couple of questions. Can we have a vacuum? That kind of thing. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward.
But you've got a pretty good system where you create like a WhatsApp group channel, and so they can communicate back and forth with you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're directly available, and I think it works both ways.
Yeah, okay, cool. And so what has been the biggest impact that this extra income has had on your family?
It's allowed us to have more time together as a family because we're not working the hours that we were previously, and so the cash flow buffer has allowed us to just really focus on each other and have that quality time rather than trying to work to make that money instead.
Cool. And what would you say to someone who's curious about this strategy, about co-living arbitrage, about co-living, but is a little bit nervous around getting started?
I think it's pretty normal to be nervous. I think if you are trying to make a change, what's more nervous, staying the same or making a difference and actually having a go?
Okay, cool. And so if you could go back in time, would you do this again?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, moving on. In terms of this setup, is it easier or harder than what you expected?
I think the initial push, we had a couple of renos done. I mean, actually, even that was easy. So yeah, probably easier.
Okay, so easier than...
I was just going to say the setup of the renos is like, oh, is it going to work? Is it not? While we're in the heat of things actually happening. But it turned around pretty quick and it was pretty good, pretty smooth.
Okay, cool. And if someone is watching this thinking like you're making $700 a week, $650 a week, you have more time with your family, it's easier than you expected. If someone was watching this thinking it's too good to be true, what would you say?
Well, I'm standing right here telling you about it, so it's obviously not.
Okay, all right. It's obviously not. All right. And how has running something like this changed the way that you think about property investing?
We have come from a traditional trying to build a portfolio, and we just couldn't keep going with that because we just didn't have enough income and we didn't want to work more hours. The risk of waiting 30 plus years to get that money and then enjoy it when, I mean, we've got family members that aren't able to make it to that point. And what if that's us? I think we just got to do what suits the now and try and get that time as soon as you can.
So cash flow now made more sense than waiting for capital growth to eventually, potentially achieve cash flow.
Yeah, cash flow now, for sure.